Happy holidays from ZNS TV 13.
Welcome back. A young Bahamian trailblazer is turning heads at a premier international maritime university. She has broken barriers as a woman and a person of color, and for her, the sky is indeed the limit. You may want to remember the name LaQuay Smith. It is a name that is making Grand Bahama women and people of color around the world proud. The young woman is a trailblazer at the Sunny Maritime College in the United States.
LaQuay Smith is a senior currently at the college. She's from the Bahamas. She is our commandant, our student leader, so she's our regimental commander. So our regimental commander is the leading student of the regiment. She's completely in charge of the regiment. She manages 1,200 students. So she has students under her that help her manage the regiment, but she's the one that's in charge of basically the entire student body.
As far as the college is aware, he says Smith is the first female of color to hold this position at any U.S. State Maritime Academy.
To our knowledge, she is the first female of color to ever be a regimental commander of any of the U.S. State Maritime Academies. And the Bahamian students, we don't have the support services, we don't have the career services for the Bahamian students that we do for our U.S. citizens. So I'm appealing to the Bahamian countries, the Bahamian companies to help us find ways to better serve the Bahamian students and provide them career services, whether it be mentoring, whether it be internships, and whether it be post-graduation employment.
Alumnus Clayton Curtis is also extending congratulatory remarks.
LaQuay is not only female, not only black, she is Bahamian, and she's from Grand Bahama. Go LaQuay.
Well, it's been 2 months now since powerful Hurricane Joaquin pounded the central and southeastern Bahamas. The islands impacted are still in recovery mode, and help for those islands are still coming. Employees of the Bahamas Customs Department in Grand Bahama and Walker's Key have been doing their part raising funds to assist those victims in need. Larry Bodie says custom officers are happy to give back.
We joined with other stakeholders who have done their part in rendering assistance to our affected brothers and sisters, and is on that premise that we should like to present a check to Administrator Colebrook in care of NEMO. It is our prayer that it will be used towards assisting those that were affected and in the hopes of making their lives even better.
Administrator Brenda Colebrook of NEMA accepted that donation. She commended the officers for the goodwill gesture.
This particular donation will be able to assist them with. They are in the process of building their lives, and we, as their brothers and sisters, have a responsibility to ensure that that process is as smooth and as easy as possible for them. So again, on behalf of the director of NEMA, and all persons associated therewith, I just wish to express our sincerest gratitude and receive this check on their behalf.
And Frank's Ice Cream making this Christmas special for the children in the country, but this treat requires a little work on the part of kids aged 2 to 5. Frank's Ice Cream has extended its Bible verse program to include the Christmas holidays, and they're asking youngsters to memorize Bible verses in return for prizes and rewards. Organizers say this program will encourage the youngsters to develop a closer walk with God.
We're asking that all of your 2 to 5 year olds, if they can say a memory verse or a Bible scripture or any biblical thing that they can do, we want them to post it to WhatsApp, and you can post it at 727-1118 or 727-1338. And the deadline is on December the 20th. So you have from now until December the 20th to put your child on WhatsApp and send them a link to the 727-1118 or 727-1338. So we're looking forward to you doing that, and this is going to be exciting.
We want to get all the kids throughout the breadth and the length of the Bahama Islands. If you got kids all the way in Long Island, can enter. And even beyond that, all the way to Abaco, Eleuthera, the whole chain. Get these kids. Take the limit off the 2 to 5 year old. Let them shine.
And finally, news this evening, she is a young woman who says she had a passion for the medical profession. Her career was interrupted when she suffered her serious injury. Despite this unfortunate turn of events, she's not giving up. Tonight, she's looking for support from the community as she tries to get back on her feet once again. She was a young, beautiful nurse, excited about the possibilities in her career until one day a freak accident happened in 2014. Registered nurse Kenya Johnson says while she, along with another co-worker, was turning a patient, something went wrong.
I braced the bed with my left leg against the wall since the bed could not lock. And I was pulling the patient toward me, at least holding her, while the other staff member was cleaning her up. And she started to slip. So as she started to slip out of my hand back, I tried to grip her. And when I did that, I felt a pull in my back.
She was diagnosed as having cervical lumbar and spinal sprain strain, which resulted in uncontrollable spasms, twitching, and tremors. Johnson documented her ailment and shared it on Facebook. Johnson's son was only 10 months at the time, and she says her mother had to care for him.
I really loved my son, and I wanted to be able to run around and play with him, and he wanted to play, and sometimes, it's like, mommy can't play,
She says what saddens her is the fact that national insurance has deemed that this case is an industrial accident. However, the hospital that she works for disagrees. After 1 year of living with injuries and still needing treatment, the registered nurse says she's without national insurance and without a salary. Now, a special group called Operation Faith has come together to assist her in her medical needs.
I just wanted to help this lady, so I took it to my team, and my team were the ones that advised me, why not let's just put on an event for her, a concert, and let's just use our giftings. And I was like, that's a good idea.
The concert will be held at the St. George's Gym Auditorium this Friday beginning at 7 p.m. Various Bahamian artists will perform to assist Kenya Johnson's medical expenses. And now it is time to ask the doctor.
I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Welcome. DM from Freeport asks, my daughter has suffered from asthma since she was a child. She's now 19. Shouldn't she have outgrown this by now? Thanks for your question, DM. While it is true that childhood asthma does sometimes resolve as children grow up and become young adults, this is not always the case. For some people, asthma is a minor nuisance. For others, it can be a major problem that interferes with daily activities and may lead to a life-threatening asthma attack. This is because asthma is a condition in which your airways narrow and swell and produce extra mucus. This can make breathing difficult and trigger coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. The symptoms of asthma can vary. You may have infrequent asthma attacks, have symptoms only certain times, such as when exercising or playing sports, or have symptoms all the time. If you, your child, or your teenager has asthma and experience frequent asthma attacks, please take him or her to see a doctor or to the nearest emergency room immediately, because his or her asthma medications may need to be adjusted for better control. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us to check on sports when we come back.